I honestly don't know where to begin because this topic really covers a lot, but I am committed to sharing with you all today how I became confident in public speaking. So if you're someone who is scared of speaking in front of people or even on camera and you want to learn some tips how to overcome it, make sure to stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Just a shameless plug that I publish new videos every Sunday 8 p.m. EST, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe down below and join the family. Okay, now I am ready to dive right in. Public speaking has been one of my biggest fears because honestly, it could be really scary, especially if you're still getting started. Truth be told, one of the most challenging things to do is to express our ideas and thoughts in public. I mean, isn't it so easy to keep things to ourselves and not to share them with others? Especially when you're in front of strangers and you get that instant spotlight. You know what I mean? Growing up, I'm a naturally shy lady. In my last video, I talked about why I only have few friends, and I used to be that someone who would just stay silent in the corner of a party and be completely fine with it versus talking to people without anything to say. So yes, I totally get it. But you see, there are times that we have to speak in front of people, whether on business meetings or in social events. So I couldn't emphasize more how public speaking is just so important. My story. When I was in high school, my first ever public speaking stint was delivering a graduation speech in front of my batchmates. And we are talking here of about 1,000 students, plus their parents and their families, and teachers and district educators. It was so nerve-wracking to the point that I was literally trembling while I was delivering that speech, even though I memorized everything because I was so scared to make mistakes. When I was in college, that was the time when I started to intentionally join events and network with others. But I was still not as confident, to tell you honestly, and I found myself insecure when talking to people. So I looked for opportunities to grow my skill in speaking. I joined the student volunteer group in our university where I got the chance to teach freshman students about civic welfare every Saturday. And I stayed there for 4 years, and that was where I started honing my skill in public speaking. Fast forward to now, I've spoken in front of hundreds of people, hosted events, and coached some students to gain confidence in public speaking. And today, I'm about to tell you the 10 things that I can suggest if you are still getting started to improving your public speaking skills. Number 1, read books and read them aloud. I did not grow up with books in our house, so reading for me was really challenging at the beginning. But I found that learning is reinforced when you use multiple senses, so I understand things more clearly when I read them aloud. My early book favorite was that of The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, which is a very classic, very easy to read book. If you don't like reading yet, don't worry, just try installing a habit of reading at least 10 pages a day and that will surely create a profound difference in your life. I promise. Number 2, build your vocabulary. One of the easiest ways to improve your speaking skill is adding new words to your vocabulary. Whenever I'm reading a book and I don't understand the meaning of the words, I make sure that I either highlight them or look for their meaning in the dictionary. Building your vocabulary is so important when you want to create interesting conversations, describe emotions and ideas, and appear intelligent when talking to people. Number 3, listen to podcasts or audiobooks. Include it in your schedule to listen to a podcast and carefully take note how words are enunciated and pronounced. You can do this every time you're doing household chores. I definitely love listening to an audiobook as well whenever I'm walking Korea, traveling, or when I'm working out. I know we could not fully understand what we're listening to if we're doing something else, but I like to think that I might not be able to understand it consciously, but my subconscious is tuning in. You know what I mean? Few of my favorite podcasts are Impact Theory, Dear Gabby, and The Tim Ferriss Show. Number 4, keep a journal. Write all your lessons, inspirations, ideas, and experiences in a journal and use English as your form of expression. This can enhance your spontaneity in writing and translating ideas into words, which are foundational skills in speaking. It can be as simple as writing a gratitude journal where you can list down all the things that you're grateful for, or an end of a day journal where you can list down all the things that went right and the things that you can improve that day. Number 5, watch and emulate other speakers. When I was starting out, I used to watch TED Talks every day. I tried emulating their tonalities, their pauses, and gestures. My favorite TED Talk so far was entitled The Strongest Predictor for Success by Angela Lee Duckworth, the author of Grit. You can also check out the TED Talks website for thousands of speeches, and you can even filter them based on the topic that you like. Number 6, join Toastmasters. Toastmasters International is a non-profit educational organization that teaches public speaking and leadership skills through a worldwide network of clubs. It's available in 149 countries and has over 300,000 members. I have been a member of a club called Cebu South Toastmasters Club way back in the Philippines, and what I love being part of it is the chance to speak in front of members and be evaluated right after. You will also be evaluated based on how much time your speech took, as there are time limits, your grammar blunders, and your AFIs are your areas for improvement. Number 7, learn body language. Your speech is as important as you deliver it. As they say, non-verbal communication delivers most of the message. So it's absolutely important to learn good gestures. Keep an eye-to-eye contact with the audience and avoid putting your hands in your pockets while you are speaking. Number 8, record yourself while rehearsing. I find this way to be very helpful, especially if I want to get immediate personal feedback on how I look when I'm speaking. Did I look awkward? Did I look confident? Did I look like I knew my topic? How can I improve my gestures? Even the greatest speakers look at their previous speeches and check what they can do better. Number 9, don't rush, take your time. Use the power of pauses when delivering a specific topic to an audience. Not only does this allow your audience to process the ideas you're sharing with them, it will also help those important points of your speech be emphasized. And whenever I forget a part of my speech, I just use this power of pause to compose my thoughts and get back on track. And number 10, create vlogs or video logs. I know that this might sound a bit intimidating to think about it, but this is honestly the best way for someone to practice speaking. If I could just give an advice to my younger self, I would have told the younger Nizley to start vlogging. Because aside from it helps you document your day, it also makes you feel confident in speaking as you're talking. Literally. Now, if you are not really feeling confident yet about doing vlogs, you don't have to even publish it at the beginning. Think of it as something like that of a journal where you can share your thoughts and lessons but in a video form. Believe me, this is really worth it. Apart from the 10 tips that I just said, it's important to put into consideration the following thoughts. All great speakers talk at the beginning. Public speaking is not an inborn talent. Nobody was born who knows how to speak right away. So be patient with your journey and trust the process. Number 2, speaking is more about your intention and not your perfection. Your audience cares more about your message and not only about how you perfectly delivered the message. And number 3, public speaking skills is one of the most integral skills you can learn to be successful. It can help you in so many ways to influence and inspire others. So apply the 10 tips that I shared with you today and you will be ahead of your game. And that is all for today, my friends. If you're still watching this video till this very point, make sure to share this with friends. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and join my weekly newsletter. I send new emails every Wednesday. So, I'll be on to you. See you soon.